sex can be fun, but it also can come with regrets. And it turns out that those regrets are different for men and for women. And so we're going to be covering them today. This video is brought to you by our sponsor, CondomJungle.com, the premier source for buying condoms online. Visit their site. It's linked down in the description, and you can get condoms shipped directly to your home, whether you're in the U.S. or abroad. Save time and save money by visiting Condom Jungle today. Condom Jungle, hump responsibly. I think I covered most of that there. Anyway, so let's talk about this study. This was conducted by a social psychology professor at the University of California, Los Angeles, so very close by to here. That's good. And there are a number of different regrets that they polled people to find out about. And in some cases, these were a lot of people. One of the studies that they conducted, there were 3. One had over 24,000 respondents. Now, that doesn't mean that it's representative, but it implies that it's likely to be. And so let's talk about women's regrets after sex, first of all. There were 3 that were cited most commonly. One is losing their virginity to the wrong person. 24% of women cited that. Cheating on a past or present person that you're with. 23%, and moving too fast sexually was at 20%. I'm not really surprised by those. I mean, the fact that 1 out of 4 women feel like they lost their virginity to the wrong person, I guess that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is too bad, and I think a lot of us are pressured into that.
Into feeling that.
Into feeling, well, not into feeling regret, but maybe into losing our virginity at a certain age, and we just end up doing it with, the person that's available that we may or may not trust necessarily. I don't regret my first time. I think I was okay with that.
Yeah. So. I don't anticipate regretting mine, but I'm a guy and we have a different series of regrets, I guess. But yeah, you're right. They're all from movies and from TV shows and from books, they put so much pressure on making that decision, in particular, very well. I know I felt that pressure as well. But, I mean, you're young and your hormones are flowing through you, and sometimes someone happens to be drunk in relatively the same physical proximity as you. And so, then you go through with it because you're a human, because you're an animal, but then you feel bad because of the societal expectations. And so I feel bad for those women.
I think that people play up losing your virginity in the first place, or the media, or even maybe not Disney, but there's always this fairy tale idea of the perfect first time, and it just isn't that way.
Sex in Disney movies, but
right, but you know what I mean, that mentality of this is going to be perfect and we're going to be together forever.
Yeah,
it's not always going to be that way, and it might be painful, and it might be there's a lot of things that go into losing your virginity, and it's not magical like you expect. I mean, sometimes it is, but I think that people afterwards feel regret maybe because it wasn't what they expected it to be, not
because
necessarily.
It's so built up.
Yeah, because it's been so built up for them that they were well, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
So let's talk about the men's ones, because I think it's going to put the women's ones in interesting perspective and how different the men's regrets are. The men, the 3 things they cite: being too shy to make a move, 27% of men; not being adventurous enough when they were young, 23%; and not being adventurous enough when single, 19%. So all 3 of those women's regrets are I made the wrong decision, I should have been more chaste, I shouldn't have moved so fast, I shouldn't have been with that first guy. All of the guys' ones are, man, I gotta get me more than I got. It's so stark how the differences are.
Yeah, that's very strange. It's women regret what we do, it's men regret what they don't do.
Yeah.
Which, it makes a lot of sense, but it's funny that women are saying, at least according to the study, that we moved too fast, or I did too much, and the men, who were they sleeping with if these guys were this wasn't enough?
Yeah. Well, they just have different appetites, or at least they're trained to think that they're supposed to. I mean, it seems like the solution is clear. If the women regret the random sex that they have and stuff like that, but the guys want more, the guys need to start hooking up with guys. Because those guys are looking to be adventurous, according to studies.
You're all on the same page,
That could be the solution. Yeah, be on this page, actually.
That out.
So that was interesting. I think I've always thought it was funny. I know Cenk on the main show always says that what he regrets the most is not hooking up with more people when he's young. And I guess experiences do have value, but I think it's weird to be I'm 40. This isn't Cenk, but I'm 40 years old. I have this life. If only I'd fucked a couple more. What difference does it make now?
Yeah,
if you fucked somebody 20 years ago, I just don't see why that matters.
I think it's older guys who get married and they're finally settling down and they're oh, I never got that last fling. Now I'm stuck with one person for the rest of my life.
Oh, her boring
scary.
vagina.
Yeah,
it's always
sucks
the same.
to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I think back on the people that I've hooked up with, if you like decrease the number by 2 or added 2, like I'm the same person. Anyway, so it's always sad when you have regrets. You know what would lead to a huge sexual regret? Not using a condom and getting some sort of weird crotch rot. You don't want that. So check out CondomJungle.com. There's a link down in the description. You can visit it, stock up on condoms, get them shipped discreetly to your home, whether you're in the U.S. or around the globe. And as always, remember to hump responsibly.